friends. Last time we are discussed the basic principle of NMR spectroscopy. What is the basic principle of NMR spectroscopy? What we have done? We have taken a nuclei, applied the magnetic field, put the radiations of various frequencies on it. At particular or specific frequency, these nuclei absorb the radiation and flipped against the magnetic field. At that time, we say that resonance will be occurred and NMR spectrum will obtain. Now, in today's lecture, we will see the various aspects of NMR spectrum. Before this, I want to tell you one thing. Whether all the nuclei are NMR active? Actually, answer of this is no. Since in nucleus there is different type of proton, different type of neutron, that means when the neutron or proton, there is odd number of neutron or proton, then we say that there is these nuclei are the NMR active. For example, H1 NMR. In H1 NMR, name itself H1 NMR, that means H1 is the NMR active. Next one, C13, it is the NMR active. When we said H1, in this 1 is the number of proton and 0 is the neutron. 1 plus 0, 1. Okay. Now the nucleus has a number 1. Okay. In this system H1, when we say the H1, then there is 1 proton and 0 nuclei. Okay, that is odd number of proton is there. So it is NMR active. We take a second example, C13. In C13, we know what is the atomic number of carbon atom? 6. Okay, and they say that 13, C13, then we know what atomic number, that means the how many protons is present in that atom. We say like this. So proton is again the 6. Neutron, at that case there is 7 number of neutron. That means 6 plus 7, we get the 13. How many neutrons is there? 7. That means odd number is of neutron. So I tell you that the odd number of proton or odd number of neutron is present in the nucleus. This nucleus shows the NMR spectroscopy. Okay. In case of H1, there is odd number of proton. In case of C13, there is odd number of neutron. Like this, fluorine is also the NMR active. Since fluorine has atomic number 9, so proton is again 9, odd number, and neutron is 10. So proton has an odd number here. Next one we say another example again, phosphorus P31. It again show the NMR active. So when we say the phosphorus, atomic number of phosphorus is 15 and neutron is there 16 neutron and 15 proton. That means 15 plus 16, 31. There is odd number of proton. Okay, in this case. So when the odd number of proton or neutron is present in the nucleus, that nucleus we say that it is the NMR active. Okay, now question arises that whether we consider now here we study the H1 NMR spectroscopy. In this, every proton has the same environment? No, actually no. Suppose I have the proton here again a proton, here again a proton. That means there is the different kind of neighboring groups is around myself. That means environment is different for me. Okay. When I put here a proton and here a chlorine atom, then what happened? This chlorine is attracted to me. We know the electronegativity of chlorine, so it attracts me. So what happened? The electron density will be less in case of when chlorine is inside to me. Okay, so in this way we can say that when the environment is also affect the what is the kind of proton is present in this. Now in various aspects of NMR spectrum we studied actually 4 points. These aspects gives the information about the molecular structure of the compound. First aspect is that number of signal. We study the aspects of NMR spectroscopy, and it gives information about the molecular structure of compound. Okay, first aspect is number of signal. This number of signal, it gives the information about the how many sets of equivalent protons is present in this compound. How many same sets of, or we can say sets of equivalent proton. We study the NMR spectroscopy, and in this H1 NMR, so I have written here the proton. Sets of equivalent proton. Number of signal gives the information about sets of equivalent protons are present in a compound. Okay. For example, I have taken one example, ethane. Okay, here when we studied the environment of this proton I have write here like this. Okay, any proton, I have take this proton. This proton has same environment. This is attached to this carbon atom. This hydrogen or hydrogen, we don't say here hydrogen, we say the proton. This proton has same environment, that means it attached to carbon. This proton again attached to carbon. When we said that this CH3 group, that is sets of, we studied here sets of equivalent proton. That means these three are the equivalent proton has a same environment. So there is one set of equivalent proton. Again here there is again the CH3 group, 3 protons is attached to carbon atom. This carbon atom is again attached to the C or CH3. This proton has the same environment. This proton has the same environment. When we draw here a symmetric or mirror symmetry axis, okay, then the environment of these 3 proton and these 3 proton are the same. That means we can say that there is one set of equivalent protons are present in ethane. That means when we take the NMR spectra, we get only one signal. How many signal we get? We get only one signal. Why we get the one signal? Since we get the only one signal, since all the protons has the same environment, only one set of equivalent protons are present in this. Okay. How how many protons gives the one signal? If we count the proton 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then we can say that 6 protons gives the one signal. Okay. After that we study the multiplicity. Now we take another example, CH3, CH2, CH3. For simplicity, we draw a symmetry. In this structure, there is possibility of symmetry. Yes, we can draw here axis. That means we draw the edge like this again. Okay. When we draw here a symmetry, we get these two groups, that is CH3 and CH3 are equivalent to each other. Okay. It has the same environment. These CH3 or these nuclei are attached to carbon atom. These 3 proton or nuclei is attached to same environment. Okay, that is CH2 or C. Okay, but so I have write here A. Okay, how many sets? But these two CH2 has a different environment than this proton or this nuclei. Since these two nuclei or these two proton are attached to that carbon atom which is attached to 2-methyl group. Okay, understood? And these 3 nuclei are attached to that carbon atom which is attached to methylene group. That means there is a difference. So here we can write this is second set of equivalent protons here. Now in this case we get the 2 sets A and B. That means 6 protons gives one signal, and these 2 has same environment. That is, these 2 are equivalent protons, these 6 are equivalent protons. That means these 6 protons gives the one signal and these 2 proton gives the one signals. That is, we get here total 2 signal. Understood? Now, we have take a next example. CH3, CH2, CH2, CH3. What is the name of this compound? It's a butane. Okay. We can draw the symmetry here. Obviously, we get easily the sets of equivalent protons. This CH3 has and this CH3 has the same environment. That means it is attached to CH2 group. Okay. This CH3 again attached to CH2 group. This CH3 also attached to CH2 group. Okay. And same environment is there. So we write here one set AA. And this CH2, that means this both CH2 has a different environment. These both CH2 are attached to CH3 group. So here BB. How many sets of equivalent protons we get? Here again 2 sets of equivalent proton we obtained. That means how many signal? 2 signal. Number of signal is 2. Now we take another example. It is the benzene. What is the environment of? How many sets of equivalent protons is obtained in this? Here, draw the axis. We get the center of symmetry. Or we can say that there is actually it is the symmetrical axis, symmetrical center of symmetry is there. Now we are not studying here the inorganic chemistry, but here is a symmetry. Okay. Now when we study the environment, this CH has same environment here. Also the CH, aromatic CH. when we study this CH, here also the CH group. That means we said this axis, when we draw this axis, this CH and this CH has same environment in both the sides. This CH has same environment in both the sides. Here also same environment. That means 6 protons has the same environment. How many sets of proton is included here? 6 proton gives only one signal. 6 protons are equivalent here. We get only one set for 6 proton, which is equivalent proton. Okay, this is not important how many signals we get, only one signal will be obtained in this case. Okay, since 6 proton has the same environment, or 6 proton is equivalent protons. Now next, another more example we have taken here, last one. What is the name of this compound? It's a toluene. We draw here a symmetry. We know here one hydrogen, one hydrogen, one hydrogen, one hydrogen, one hydrogen. Try to find out the number of set of equivalent proton. Okay, this CH3, that means these 3 protons have the same environment. We write down here all A. We write down here A set. Now this carbon atom is attached to 4 different groups. That means there is no any hydrogen or no any proton. Now we go here. There is one proton, has the same environment. In this side there is CH3 group, or this proton is attached to that carbon atom, that aromatic carbon atom which is attached to that atom. It has a CH3 group. So it is B. These 2 proton again have a different environment. But this proton and this proton is again a different environment, or these 2 proton are equivalent proton. This B and C is not the equivalent proton, since these 2 proton is attached on this side. We see there is CH3 group, and in this side there is CH bond. When we see these 2 protons, in this side there is CH and in this side there is CH2. There is no any CH3 group. Okay, means environment of this CH group is different from this CH. Okay, so we have write down here a CC, that means another set of equivalent protons, and this H has a different set of equivalent protons. That means how many sets we get? 1, 2, 3, 4. Here we get 4 sets of equivalent protons. Now we studied second aspect of NMR spectrum. It is the position of signals. It gives the information about the electronic environment. Electronic environment of whom? Of each set of equivalent proton. Before this, we studied the sets of equivalent proton in number of signal. When we studied the point number of signal, in this study we studied the sets of equivalent proton. And this proton has which type of electronic environment? This shows the position of signals. Okay, we draw the spectrum. we know the spectrum. We take here little idea about the NMR spectrum. Here we go afterwards in detail, but here for understanding this point, I am taking the NMR spectrum here. We have taken here a TMS signal as a reference point. 0 has a value, chemical shift value or position of signal is 0. Okay, in this side and in this side, this is the electronic environment is very high. That means electron density is very high in this side, right hand side, and in left hand side there is less electron electronic environment. So I am not going detail in this NMR spectrum now. Only here understand the electronic environment. For this I have taken one example. Suppose I have CH2 group. In this side I have CH3 group, and in this side I have a CH3 group. Okay. Here again the CH3 group, that is electron density is high here, and again electron density is high. That means I have a particular environment. Okay, in this case, so I have a position in this NMR spectrum in any position. Okay, but when in this side, that means in left hand side there is CH3 group, and in right hand side there is Cl group. There is the problem. Environment of CH3 group becomes different from previous one. So since this chlorine atom, what done, it attract this CH2 group. That means electron density of CH2 group of this proton, that means CH2 protons, electron density of these CH2 protons will be pick up the Cl group. That means it goes in which direction? In toward electron withdrawing group. Okay, and after that, for this, due to this, the position of signal will be changed from this CH2 to this CH2. Okay, we will study afterwards the spectrum, but only now understand what is the position of signals. It is the electronic. It gives the idea or information about the electronic environment of which of the sets of equivalent protons. For example, we take here two examples, CH3, CH2, CH3. This CH2 has a different electronic environment. Okay, and CH3, CH2, Cl. This CH2 again have a different electronic environment since it is attached to chlorine, and this CH2 is attached to CH3 group. Understand? Okay. Next point is intensity of signal. When we study the NMR spectra, we must know the intensity of signal. This gives the idea or information about the number of proton present in set of equivalent protons. For example, I have take here CH3, CH2, Cl. Number of proton in methyl group is 3. Number of proton in CH2 group is 2. That means 3 number is more than 2. Okay. The intensity of this signal is more than intensity of CH2. Since I draw here NMR spectrum, I get this one spectrum, this two another spectrum. Okay, or another signal. Since we study the number of signal, in this case we get two types of signal. Correct? Since there is two sets of equivalent proton, this has the different environment. This CH3 group is attached to CH2 group, but this CH2 group is attached to CH3 as well as Cl group. So both are two sets, two sets of equivalent protons. Okay. Now, how many signals we get? Here two signals. Okay, I have drawn here two signals. Next point is our position. So position is different since it has for this proton has different electronic environment here. That means CH2 group is there, and this CH2 has a CH3 and Cl. So different environment. So one signal is getted here and another here. And why this here and this here? The position I have told afterwards. Okay. Now intensity. Number of proton is more, intensity is high. That means this signal is of A and this signal is of B. Okay. Intensity is high since there is more number of proton is present in this compared to CH2 group. Okay. Now the fourth aspect is spin splitting. It gives information about the neighboring proton. We discuss this point afterward in detail, but I have taken only a simple example here now. CH3, CH2, again a Cl. Okay. Now, here when I do the spin splitting, here the environment of CH2 group, that is neighboring proton, how many neighboring proton is there, is most important for the splitting of this spectrum or this signal. Like this, when we split this signal, we know that we get here the two signal. Okay. When we split this signal, there is most important how many proton is present to its neighboring group. That means in CH2, when we split this signal, then there also most important how many protons is present to its neighboring group. That means CH3. I have told how we do this spin splitting. There is one formula, n+1 rule. Actually, n+1 rule. That means n is the number of proton of neighboring group. Okay. How many proton is there? 2 protons is there. So when we apply the n+1 rule here, then there is 3. Okay. We get 3. That means we get the triplet. We studied it afterwards. Only understand the basic concepts of 4 things of NMR spectrum. First is number of signal. Second is position of signal. Third one is intensity of signal, and fourth one is spin splitting. Okay, understand? Thank you.